Is the Dallas housing market headed for a crash in 2025? Or are we in for another wild ride of skyrocketing prices? I'm Keela McGraw, your favorite Dallas-Fort Worth realtor. If you're considering buying or selling a house in the Dallas-Fort Worth area, you cannot afford to miss these surprising housing predictions for 2025. Stick around until the end because I'm diving into the data, expert opinions, and local insights that will help you make the best decision when it comes to real estate in 2025. So let's explore what may happen in 2025. But before we go there, let's talk about what happened in 2024. Nationwide, the number of home sales decreased significantly from the 6 million mark in 2021 to the estimated 3.8 million in 2024. Surprisingly, that decline is not what we are seeing in the Dallas-Fort Worth market. Actually, the number of transactions year over year pretty much stayed the same. So in a nutshell, both 2023 and 2024 had about the same transactions, but both of those years are still less in terms of transactions from that crazy year we had in 2022. Real estate is highly localized and Dallas is no different. Different neighborhoods and suburbs are showing some different trends. For instance, we're seeing a slight increase in the median sales price of homes in some areas, but other areas have remained relatively flat. For example, in Dallas, the median sales price of a home increased by 8% compared to 2023. On the flip side, Plano was relatively flat from 2023 to 2024. Over in Mesquite, the median sales price of a home went up 5%. In Irving, it's down about 5%. In Grand Prairie, prices went up 8%. But in Waxahachie, there was a decline of about 8% in median home sales prices. So what's been interesting is from 2019 to 2023, we saw a lot of folks migrating to certain cities like Forney, Princeton, Midlothian, Rockwall, Salina, and Prosper. And a lot of these folks were migrating to these areas because there was such a huge construction boom. And affordability was definitely a factor in that. And even in our business, we saw individuals moving to all of those cities that I just mentioned. So we are seeing that a lot of folks are looking for those cities where you can get the most bang for your buck in housing and you can get a newly built home. Coincidentally, in luxury cities such as Highland Park and University Park, where new construction is pretty much limited, home sales doubled compared to 2023. So in those cities, there is very limited inventory. And also you'll see a lot of instances where the builders or developers will knock down homes and rebuild new luxury multi-million-dollar homes. So where are we going in 2025? Before I talk about Dallas specifically, let's look nationwide at some very smart economists to see what they think will happen in the housing market in 2025. Lawrence Yun, who is the chief economist for the National Association of Realtors, took a look at unemployment, new jobs, inflation, inventory, and said, okay, what do we think is actually going to happen next year? There's a few interesting things that he shared. One, he predicts that the number of transactions in 2025 will actually raise by about 9%, which would get us to that 4.2 million range. And that's very similar to the number of transactions that we had in 2023. He also believes that we're going to see roughly 2% increase year over year of home appreciation nationwide. So how does that compare to what is going to happen in Dallas? What is really exciting is that the Dallas-Fort Worth market is expected to be the hottest real estate market when it comes to investments and development. And this is according to the annual forecast from PricewaterhouseCoopers and the Urban Land Institute. It named Dallas-Fort Worth as the best place to buy, build, and finance property in 2025. Also, Dallas is a top market for corporate relocations, which is bringing a lot of people to our area. Dallas-Fort Worth CBRE's data showed that 32 corporate headquarters moved to Dallas between 2018 and 2023. And SEC filing data reveals that Dallas-Fort Worth added 50% more corporate headquarters in that time. The U.S. Census also shows that Dallas-Fort Worth gained 150,000 people in 2023. Now, we don't have the 2024 data yet, but I predict that those numbers are going to be pretty similar to 2023's. So a lot of people, for one reason or another, are moving to Dallas. As a matter of fact, we just got a call from a young lady who is relocating from Florida to Dallas because her job is actually relocating to the area and she's ready to purchase a home. In fact, if you're looking to buy a house anywhere in the DFW area and you need someone to guide you through that process and all the craziness that you hear about going on in the housing market here, we would love to be your real estate resource. We've actually helped a lot of people relocate to the area and guide them through that process. So if you are interested in having a discussion about your particular situation, just send us a note and we'll get started. The good news is that in Dallas, the areas that saw a dip in pricing in 2024 may see a resurgence in 2025. I think this is going to be driven by increased desirability and some new developments. I feel that people will continue to flock to the suburbs and new construction opportunities, and mainly because the deals that the builders are giving are just too good to pass up. In 2024, we saw a lot of incentives from builders just throughout the year, not during just those typical high volume times. And I do honestly think that until those number of transactions goes up, we're going to continue to see builders incentivize buyers to purchase properties with them. Another reason why I think this is going to happen is because the interest rates, if they continue to be on the higher end that like we saw a lot during 2024, the builders will probably continue to find ways to incentivize buyers by offering to buy down their interest rates and working with their preferred lender for some additional incentives. And to me, this is especially important and helpful for first-time home buyers. Purchasing a home requires a lot of out-of-pocket expenses, and so these incentives that builders are providing really do help offset that cost. Additionally, as more amenities and infrastructure projects, as they reach completion, we're going to see some significant growth in those areas. Some of the major projects that we're excited about that are happening in Dallas include the expansion of the Dallas-Fort Worth International Airport. Universal Kids Resort in Frisco is going to be opening soon. And Prosper has a $300 million arts project that they are working on. And a huge project going on in Dallas that is projected to be complete in 2026 is Halperin Park. So projects such as these, they create jobs and they drive demand for housing. These investments signal a promising future for the area's real estate market. As we prepare for 2025, we're excited to bring you more in-depth videos and insights to keep you informed about the Dallas-Fort Worth real estate market. Have any questions about the Dallas-Fort Worth real estate market? Give me a call, text, or email, and I'll see you in the next video.